Live from the campus of Penn State University, this is PSN News. It's Monday, April 18th. We have all you need to know about a major local grocery chain's recent announcement, as well as details on the death of a local philanthropist.
We also have more on a Commonwealth Court judge's decision regarding a candidate for the Republican primary, along with entertainment, sports, and weather. Stay tuned.
Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Hannah Markovich.
And I'm Carlos Garcia.
State College resident Bill Jaff, a longtime Penn State and community philanthropist, died last week in Cathedral City, California. After graduating from Phillipsburg High School in 1956, Jaff earned a degree from Penn State's College of Communications in 1960. He went on to serve in the U.S. National Guard and spent decades as a consulting executive. Over the years, he became one of Penn State's most prolific donors, often offering philanthropic support to Penn State Athletics, the College of Communications, and the College of Arts and Architecture. Jaff also grew up in a Penn State family. In the local community, he was as giving with his time and money. Jaff held many leadership and board roles throughout a variety of organizations. In 2007, Jaff received Penn State's Lion's Paw Medal in 2007 and the Distinguished Alumni Award in 2013. He was 83 years old.
Wegmans supermarkets will no longer offer plastic bags at checkout by the end of the year, the company announced on Thursday. The New York-based grocer, which has one State College area location at 345 Colonnade Way, will instead charge 5 cents per paper bag. The goal is to encourage customers to shift to reusable bags, which according to a news release are, quote, the best option to solve the environmental challenge of single-use grocery bags, end quote. The change to the State College store will come in the second half of 2022, along with 45 other stores. Wegmans has already eliminated plastic bags at 61 of its stores, including all of its New York locations in 2020. In stores where the company has already eliminated plastic bags, they say paper bags are used for 20 to 25% of transactions, while the remaining purchases use reusable bags or no bag at all.
A Commonwealth Court judge has offered that a challenger to Representative Glenn Thompson in the Republican primary will be removed from the ballot. George Rathmel incorrectly stated his occupation and did not meet the required threshold of 1,000 valid signatures on nominating petitions. Last week, senior judge Mary Hannah Levitt ruled this notion in a memorandum opinion. Rathmel listed Army chaplain, pastor, and volunteer as his occupation. However, Rathmel has not been in the Army for 30 years, and election code requires candidates to state their current occupation. Levitt found that the misstated occupation alone was enough to disqualify Rathmel's nomination petition. Thompson is now the only candidate on the ballot for the 15th Congressional District.
Penn State's Community Environment and Development Club will attempt to break the world record for watering the most plants in a row on Earth Day. To break the world record, club members, along with any other volunteers, will line up in a row, each with their own plant and watering device. Once the first person waters their plant, the next will go, until everyone has watered their plant. Amelia Wyckoff, the club's co-founder, has been in contact with NBC's Today Show to make the attempt a reality. For those looking to watch the world record attempt, it will be streamed via Zoom to the Today Show from 7:45 to 8:40 a.m. on April 22nd. State College is seeing some winter weather this week. Will that continue through the weekend? Mike Marandino has more details in this week's weather report. We'll be right back.
It looks like winter isn't going away quite just yet here in State College. As you can see tonight, we're going to see those periods of snow continue as we go throughout the night tonight. We're going to have a low temperature right around the freezing mark at 32 degrees. And we're going to see winds shifting from the south-southeast to the west-northwest at 10 to 15 miles an hour. As you go out the door, as you go out the door for tomorrow at 9 a.m., most of that snow should be exiting State College and shouldn't be here, as we're going to see mostly cloudy skies with a low of about 36 degrees at 9 a.m. And then looking at the rest of the day, at noon, the temperature jumping up a little bit, about a few degrees. Still, mostly cloudy conditions. We're going to see the temperature of about 39 degrees. And then looking at 5 p.m., once again, mostly cloudy conditions as we go throughout the day tomorrow. Temperature jumping up maybe about 1 degree or so, as we're going to see it be about 40 degrees. Looking at this weekend, Sunday going to be the warmest day for this weekend. We're going to be seeing partly cloudy conditions as we go throughout. There is a slight chance of some morning showers on Saturday, but once the afternoon rolls around for the blue-white game, it should be partly cloudy skies, and we're going to be seeing warm temperatures, which will be great for the football game. Looking at the 7-day forecast, today obviously was a snow event. Temperatures in the upper 30s, and we should see the snow stopping at about 2 or 3 o'clock this morning, with a low of 32 for tonight. Looking at tomorrow, cloudy skies, and we're going to see temperatures in the low 40s and the low temperature in the low 30s. Looking at Wednesday, we're going to be seeing mostly sunny skies, and we're going to see temperatures in the low 50s and the lows in the low 40s. And then looking at Thursday, there is a 50% chance for some morning showers, and we'll see temperatures in the upper 50s and lows in the mid 40s. And then looking at the weekend, we're going to see partly cloudy skies on Friday. We're going to see temperatures in the upper 60s and lows in the mid 40s. And then again on Saturday, that slight chance of some morning showers, but as we go throughout the day, skies should be clearing up for a great atmosphere for the football game with temperatures in the upper 60s and lows in the upper 40s. And then looking at Sunday, we're going to see really above average temperatures. We're going to see temperatures in the upper 70s hitting almost 80 degrees. The average temperature for this time of year is 56 degrees, so going to be about 20 degrees above that with a high of 77 and a low of 54 with partly cloudy skies. That's all for your weather update. Coming up, Brendan Conroy has the latest in sports after the break.
Welcome back to PSN News. I'm Brendan Conroy with your sports update. Penn State women's lacrosse hosted the 19-ranked Michigan Wolverines this past Saturday afternoon as they celebrated their 2022 senior day. 7 athletes were recognized prior to the start of the game, including 6 graduates and Team Impact athlete Abby Mariano. After splitting last season with the Wolverines with 1 win each, this battle was long awaited for the Nittany Lions. Penn State fell short, unfortunately, after a close game and an overtime goal allowed the Wolverines to capture the win. Penn State was led by the 3 goals from Kristen O'Neill and kept the score close all game. This won't be the last Big Ten matchup of the season, however, as Penn State looks to take on Rutgers on the road next Saturday at noon. Following the intense matchup, the team also had a friendly post-game egg hunt in honor of Easter Sunday. Heading over to Rec Hall, Penn State men's volleyball stays on a roll after finishing up their 2022 season with their 19th victory in a row. That win came on the road at Charleston this past Friday. The Nittany Lions finish off their season 23-3 overall with a perfect 16-0 record within the EIVA schedule. Heavy hitter Brett Wildman had a major contribution once again after securing himself 12 kills and was followed by Jack Champagne and Toby Izianu, who tallied 11 and 8 kills respectively. Penn State was able to secure the win after winning the first 2, dropping the third set, but coming back with dominance to snag the 4th set and the victory. Penn State will get the honor of hosting the EIVA tournament between April 20th and April 23rd and will compete in the semifinal round Thursday, April 21st at 7 p.m. Taking a look at the big leagues, the NBA playoffs are officially underway as the first round of postseason matchups tipped off this past weekend. After the play-in games punched some teams a ticket to the playoffs and other teams home for the season, the stage is set as 16 teams will compete to hoist the Larry O'Brien Trophy. On the western side of the bracket, the New Orleans Pelicans were able to take down the Los Angeles Clippers in their play-in game to snag themselves a spot in all the fun. On the eastern side, the Atlanta Hawks pulled through Friday night and got themselves a spot in the playoffs as well. With each series having 7 games if needed, each team will have their shot to advance and make some magic happen. First-round games have already started and will continue to take place throughout the rest of the month. Tune in to ESPN and TNT, as well as NBA TV, to catch all the action. That's all for your sports update. After the break, Gabrielle Tyner has the latest updates from the entertainment world. Stay tuned.
Welcome back to PSN News. I'm Gabrielle Tyner with your entertainment update. Stage West will be welcoming the DJ and producer duo Two Friends on Friday, April 29th at 10 p.m. The Los Angeles-based pair are most famously known for their hour-long big booty mixes and remixes of classics like Mr. Brightside. Tickets are in high demand, so the event is only available to people 21 years old and over. Tickets are available online and through the LineLeap app for $55. Two Friends performance will follow Penn State's annual end-of-the-semester Movin' On Festival, which will include many other performers like Jack Harlow and Amine. Two Friends were originally supposed to perform at Movin' On in 2020, but it was canceled due to the pandemic. Along with the DJing duo, a different type of talent is heading to Happy Valley. The Bryce Jordan Center will be welcoming Emmy Award-winning comedian John Mulaney for the first time on Sunday, September 25th. Mulaney will be stopping in Happy Valley for his second to last show of his From Scratch tour. He most recently came back to Penn State in 2016 at the Eisenhower Auditorium. Mulaney is best known for his writing and appearances on Saturday Night Live and his Netflix comedy specials like Big Mouth and New in Town. The show is set to begin at 7 p.m. with doors opening at 6 p.m. Tickets are on sale now, starting at $49.50 all the way up to $129.50. Not all is as it was for Harry Styles after he broke a Guinness World Record on Saturday for his newest hit single. He broke the record for most streamed track on Spotify in 24 hours for a male, with over 16 million streams within 24 hours on the platform. He also set two Spotify records as Spotify's most streamed song in a single day in 2020 so far, and most streamed song in the US in a single day in Spotify history. When the song originally released on April 1st, As It Was ranked first in streams in 34 countries, including the US. Adele had accomplished the Adjacent Female Award for her song Easy on Me. Styles will be globally releasing his third and highly anticipated album, Harry's House, later this spring on Friday, May 20th. That's all for your entertainment update. After the break, Carlos and Hannah will have the latest news from across the nation. Stay tuned.
The shooting death of 26-year-old Patrick Lyoya sparked protests in Grand Rapids, Michigan. Lyoya was shot and killed by police during a traffic stop on April 4th. Protesters spent about 4.5 hours voicing their frustrations while marching down Monroe Center to the police department headquarters. The protesters had a peaceful march holding signs and yelling chants, showing their disappointment in the entire situation. On the day of the shooting, Michigan State Police started an investigation of the incident. Over the past week, police have released several video sources of the shooting. The state police have not yet announced a date when they'll give their findings to the prosecutor's office. Attorneys representing the Lyoya family plan to release the results of an independent autopsy on Tuesday, April 19th at a Detroit press conference.
The man charged with opening fire in a Brooklyn subway car full of people was jailed without bail last Thursday. 62-year-old Frank James was arrested in Manhattan after calling a police tip line to say where he was last Wednesday, a day after the nightmarish rush hour attack left 10 people with gunshot wounds and countless others fearing for their safety. Authorities say he unleashed smoke bombs and dozens of bullets in a train full of morning commuters. He's charged with a federal terrorism offense that applies to attacks on mass transit systems, while authorities say there's currently no evidence linking him to terror organizations and are still trying to derive a motive. The shooting victims, who range in age from 16 to 60, are all expected to survive.
In Kansas City, Missouri, the Children's Center for the Visually Impaired held its annual beeper egg hunt. This has been a tradition for the community for 35 years. Alex Olson, the Director of Vision and Education Services, says, quote, "The kids are able to use their other senses, other than their vision, to participate in an activity that their brothers and sisters can do," end quote. Battery-operated eggs give off high-pitched sounds so that the little ones who are blind or visually impaired can have the thrill of finding the tiny treasures. The children traded in their noisy eggs for prizes, which helped motivate them. The parents say even a simple task like finding an Easter egg brings joy to their hearts.
President Joe Biden announced last week another step to try to reduce prices for Americans filling their gas tanks. By expanding the availability of biofuels, the Biden administration plans to allow E15, gasoline that uses a 15% ethanol blend, to be sold during the summer. According to the White House, E15 can cost 10 cents per gallon less on average at the 2,300 gas stations where it's currently sold. Although vehicles that use the E15 blend get slightly less gas mileage, Tom Clausa, global head of energy analysis for the Oil Price Information Service, said that allowing this type of gas to be sold will help people save money. That concludes our show tonight at PSN News.
Be sure to check us out on Twitter and Facebook at PSN News, on Instagram at Penn State Network News, and to subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/PSN News.
Have a good night and stay safe, Penn State.